Hallo.
Hi, and welcome to our release update for EDAS version 4.0. I'm Anton, Applications Engineer at 11 Dynamics.
I'm Maximilian. I'm a software developer here at 11 Dynamics.
As announced, we're here today to talk about some of the new features. Our last update was quite a while ago, and since we've got a bunch of changes packed in this one, we thought we'd make a short video about it. Let's start with one of the most important aspects, a fundamental feature that shows up in most of our systems, the lock-on behavior. It's always a bit of a challenge to get hardware and software to play nicely together. In our systems, like in many others, there's a process called lock-on. As soon as a scan starts, the tracker needs to recognize the system, or rather the scanner. And there have been some significant changes and improvements there. What exactly happened, Max?
Right. So first of all, we improved overall stability. Especially when swapping different sensors, that process should now run completely smooth and error-free.
So you mean, if you're using multiple sensors in the same setup and swapping them around, the system is now more stable, including some processes that make everything smoother overall.
Exactly. Especially when it comes to using different sensors. If you've got several devices running in one project, stability has been massively improved. We've also made a few changes that aren't directly visible to you, but you'll definitely notice their impact. For example, we worked on PCD and PLY import and export. And for meshes, especially STLs, you can now import files up to 2.8 gigabytes really fast, which I think is awesome. Oh, and there was an issue with robot alignment. That's completely fixed now. So you can align your robot with the box effortlessly.
Yeah, small changes with a big impact. Our customers don't just work with ASCII files, but also with those formats you just mentioned, so it's really important for us to stay flexible and adapt to their needs. And of course, it's great to hear that smaller annoyances like box alignment issues are gone. We've also noticed that as customers get more experienced with our software and want to automate more, they start playing around more with conditional logic, like if-else statements. In that context, it's crucial to distinguish between standard validation and a deeper validation that covers every possible case.
Exactly. We've been working on that too. We now have what we call deep validation. For programs with lots of if-else branches, every single path is validated individually. That ensures that if a condition changes in real life, there won't be any collisions or unexpected behavior. You know, usually 99% of the time a condition is true, so you assume that's the only branch being used. And then one time, in 10,000, it switches. And boom, that branch wasn't validated. That would be terrible.
Yeah, that would be bad.
So now we make sure that validation handles every possibility without sacrificing performance.
Increased safety is definitely a major plus for both customers and users. Saves nerves.
And money?
And money, yeah.
By the time you stop laughing, I've already forgotten what I wanted to say. Anyway, next up, let's talk about LMF. We've updated the SDK to the newest version. We've also put a lot of effort into improving backwards compatibility in general. Because, you know, it's always annoying. You install a new update, load your project, and nothing works anymore. You have to redo everything. Sometimes it won't even load, or it loads and just looks weird or behaves differently. So we decided to take a consistent approach, maintaining backward compatibility with older versions and doing it properly, with as few issues as possible. We really focused on that.
That's an important point. The new SDK doesn't just improve stability and reliability for the existing ATS 600, but it also supports the brand new ATS 800, which just came out. Backward compatibility will definitely make everyone happy. Since, let's be honest, we all know the pain of getting that little pop-up saying, version not supported.
Yeah, that's annoying, and exactly what we wanted to avoid. We've all been there, and we just don't want anyone else to have that experience.
I also heard that for upcoming projects, some of which I'm actually involved in, the integration of ABB robots has officially been finalized. So that means you fixed those lingering stability issues?
Exactly. We fixed problems where the robot sometimes wouldn't connect or would disconnect randomly. Communication with the robot now runs smoothly and reliably. No more complications. Basically, ABB now works perfectly from start to finish. We also put a lot of effort into making the EDAS UI much more intuitive. We merged pick-on-cut and plan path into one single section, and the same goes for all the metrology features. Things like alignment and RPS, robot alignment. You can now find all that functionality clearly organized in one place, without having to switch between different modes or tabs. Everything's consolidated, super intuitive, especially if you already know that's the next thing I'm going to do. It's right there next to it, way more convenient than before, when you had to jump from design mode to metrology mode just to click something. Now it's all in one place. Much more modern.
Yeah, I noticed that. Everything's now grouped into one window, giving easy access to all those functions, which have also been improved and expanded. I also saw that in the collision window you've added something new. It's now much easier to add collision exceptions. You don't have to manually add each one anymore. There's now a clean list of all detected collisions, and you can activate any of them with a single click.
Exactly.
I also heard there's been a big performance improvement overall.
That's right. We've tackled a lot in terms of performance and stability. The exact technical details are linked below. Feel free to check them out.
All right, Max, thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Thanks for watching, and see you in the next update. You know it's your turn to talk, right?
I know,